I feel like every time I'm scrolling like YouTube or Instagram and watching guitar videos, it's always like the classics, right? Classic rock. That's what comes up. It's always someone playing Purple Rain or Sweet Child of Mine, Comfortably Numb. And like, while that's cool, I don't know. I'd rather see people play something they come up with. I'd rather see something fresh. Although, to be fair, that's what gets views. So, I mean, who am I to criticize? There's a reason these songs got so popular. And yet, I notice with myself when I'm in a creative rut where I'm just feeling like creatively tired and I just need to play, that's like exactly where I go to. I open up Spotify, I grab a guitar, and I'll play through The Wall or Animals or Pulse. And it got me thinking, like, I feel like our dad's rock and roll is like the best music to learn. And then whether you take that to social media or not, it's up to you, right? And I'm not talking about like just beginner learning, I'm talking about any learning. Now, I do think part of the reason has to do with the accessibility of it. Like, not to knock these guys, but most of these songs are not things that you can't learn pretty quickly, especially if you have some experience. But like, even as a beginner, these are what you're going to, and I think that's a really good thing. I think there's a disproportionate payoff to how difficult these things are to learn to how cool they are, right? I mean, just like putting a lot of gain behind something and hitting a big chord has like a big payoff. It's exciting. Like, from the beginner or like early intermediate perspective, I like cooking. That's something I enjoy doing, and I'm not a great cook, but there are a few things that I make that my version of it is my favorite. It's something that I can throw together and I can do it exactly the way that I like it. And it is absolutely delicious. It's exactly how I like it. And I have the satisfaction of knowing that I made it. I feel like a really good cook, even though I know the recipe's not that difficult. Like, I think the feeling that comes from that is worth having and worth knowing how to accomplish. And please hear me, I'm not saying every classic rock song is not that difficult. It's a spectrum. But like, my dad's rock and roll was Pink Floyd. And so it will never not feel cool to me to just pull out a guitar and play Sorrow and play Another Brick in the Wall and play Time and play Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Like, Gilmore's not known for his chops. He's known for his ability to sing with a guitar. And so even as someone who's been playing for like 22 years, these songs have such a big payoff on like how quickly I can pick them up to how good it feels to just play them and make my guitar scream, that they are definitely worth learning, even this far in. And that brings me back to my initial point. Sometimes you're just like in a creative rut, and there's a lot of ways to deal with that. Or sometimes you're just feeling like mentally tired, but you want to like avoid swiping and scrolling because we all know what that does to our brains. Sometimes you just got to do something that refreshes you. And I think playing an instrument at face value does that. But even more so whenever you're tired or creatively stuck, I think pulling out something awesome, something nostalgic, something that kind of gets you in your feels, and something that, like, even if you might be a little embarrassed by it, you think is really cool. I don't know, I just think that has like a refreshing, recharging quality about it. Now, I feel you. I don't think it's the only thing you should learn. It's like barely even a small piece of what I do here. Like, I try to improvise, I try to play some jazz, trying to take my playing further. And past a certain point, these classic rock songs are only going to get you so far. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, like cooking, sometimes you need to smoke a brisket perfectly or make a nice chicken parm, and sometimes a quesadilla or grilled cheese is what hits the spot. Like, these things are worth having. These things are worth knowing how to do. So I don't know. What do you think? Drop a comment. Who is your dad's rock and roll band that you just go back to? If you enjoyed this video, drop a like. I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. That'd be really cool. I do these types of discussions every other day. I learn a new jazz song once a week. And if you have any questions or things you'd like for me to talk about, like, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And I'll either tell you what I think or I'll make a video about it. I will see you in the next one.